Okay, so I'm going to show you how I went from £1 per point in a spread bet account in the position on a trade and got it up to £22,083 profit, which I've just banked that today. By the way, the sound isn't that great, guys. I am on holiday with the family. It is our summer holiday. The kids are out of school. And yeah, we're having a great time. So I'm doing this on my laptop, and I've actually closed the trade down this Friday whilst on holiday and banked the profits because I don't want to be thinking about it all the time because it can get quite stressful if you're managing what I'm going to show you right now. So this is the ticket within my spread betting account. Okay, this is the spread bet account where I do pounds per point. And you could do this on a funded account if you're swing trading, but this is in my spread bet account. All the profits are tax free. And by the way, trading is risky. Please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, so I want you to take a look down here where it says average size. Now that's my full position size, £36 per point, and number of positions is 20. Now what that means, 20, is total trades open, individual trades in this market. So I clicked on the buy with £1 a point, clicked on the buy again with £1.50 a point, clicked on the buy with £1 a point, clicked on the buy again with £1 a point, and that's got up to then the total position size of 20. Probably one of my biggest positions. My biggest position size in, i.e. the amount of trades open at one time, was 19. I think I've just topped it here with the German DAX. I'm looking to do some more on oil and gold as well. Now, I call these trades like case studies because, look, if we're going to do a swing trade, we may as well add to the position. A lot of traders get out too early and they don't let the trade run. Any type of pullback where the trade goes down against them, they're exiting the trade based on fear, giving back all the profits. But what I like to do is I add to the winning trade. I'll show you exactly how I do that and how I think about it, because this strategy, it needs a completely different mindset. Okay, I'm either going for a big move or a small move. I want to go for a big profitable trade. Don't we all want to go for big profitable trades, guys? So this is what I do. I build positions. So the first thing you want to be looking at is the trade, the market, likely to go on a big move? I want to make a big profit. I want it to go on a big trending move. I'm going to show you that right now on the chart. And the likely time frame you're going to use as a swing trader is either going to be the weekly or the daily. You can use either or. On our Monday night scan club, where I'm looking at the big trades setting up, I use weekly and I use monthly at the start of the month, but I also use the daily. Okay, so what I want to see is a green pro trading system to buy. If it's red, it means sell, green means buy. And I want to see this down here flat. Okay, so I want to see it, I don't want to see it, pretty much like this, high up, high up. If it's high up, it's climbed those stairs, it's likely to come down. So it's probably going to be the end of the move. I'm always looking for these little histograms here with the momentum indicator in combination with the green pro trend system and the green tracks. Now, you're going to have to find a momentum indicator that you're going to use that's going to give you the heads up that the market, whatever you're trading, is going to go on a big move, whatever that is. This is our color method. This is what I use. So I identify the green colors here, green on green. All right, so I want to see that. And then what I'm looking for then, guys, is what I call out of sync. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if this is going up green and the momentum's green here, okay. Now, if I didn't have the Pro Trend System tracks on and turned it off, it would look like this. I put it back on, it's that, okay. So what I want to do now is, I don't want to trade it from a daily time frame any longer, really. I then want to go down to the smaller time frame. So if I go down to the smaller time frames, I'm looking for what we call out of sync. Okay, so what I've done now is I dropped down to a smaller time frame, maybe a 15 or an hourly chart. That's perfectly fine. So as the price comes down here, you can see that the storyteller indicator momentum is facing downwards south, but the daily is facing upwards. Now we're out of sync. Okay. Now the 15-minute time frame is not as powerful as the daily chart. The daily time frame takes precedent over the 15-minute time frame. So this is just an out of sync It wants to rejoin the bigger time frame. So every time we come down, we face south on a trending market that's up, I'm looking to get a really good price to get it back in. So it comes down here. I'm looking for new buy signals. It gets out of sync. It's facing south. I'm looking to buy in this direction. Okay, so I could also add in the direction with the same here. I could have green here and green here, green here and green here. That's fine. But I'm a trader. I'm looking for that opportunity when it's facing the opposite way on a smaller time frame. You can even use a 5-minute chart if you wanted to, guys, or an hourly time frame, as I said. So what happens then is I will then do an individual trade in that market. So I would, let's say I'm going long sort of like here, okay? I'm buying it here around this area here. All right, it's going out of sync. I get some buy signals. We push up. Of course, I'll have a stop in place on these trades. Now, the thing is here, not every position that I've got open is making money. The last in is normally the one that's losing money. The last maybe 2 or 3. So out of 20 positions, maybe 17, 15 may be in profit, okay? And maybe 3, 4, 5 are losing money. But overall, because I got in on the trade early on the daily time frame, i.e. getting the signal on the day time frame, then what I know then is that I've got a really good chance of those first few positions making really good profits. So you want to get in early. You don't want to be looking for trades that are too peaky on the storyteller at the end of the move, all right? We leave that to others. So first step is I want to find a trade that's going to go on a big move, probably a daily time frame, weekly time frame. I want to use my colors for the setup. I want to look for it to start the move with the histograms being really small. And then what I want to do is then I want to start to nibble on the trade. Once we get some intraday buy signals, okay, like we get out of sync and we start to buy here, then I start to buy the market. And then I give my first position is always a lot wider stop, you know. And so this is where if you've got enough of your account size, I mean, it depends on your account size, of course. If you've got a smaller size account, you would do increments of 0.25, 0.25 in a spread betting account. If you've got a larger account, you could do increments of £5 a point each one if you wanted to, okay? But the first position size is small, stop is wide. I give the chance room to move, I give the trade chance to move. And then once it starts to move in my favor, I start to add positions, all right, add more positions. And then, you know, you get that whoosh where it takes off and it flies, okay? So scaling into trades and building positions where it's a really nice bigger position where you can get multiple thousands out of a trade instead of £200 profit is a lovely way of trading. And for me, it doesn't take a lot of effort to find these trades because we're using the scanners here at Trading College. And basically what I'm thinking is, right, I'm going for a big move. How can I take advantage of, you know, this trade that's just about to set up? And I have no doubt that gold, and here's the daily time frame of gold and silver, and I think silver in particular is likely to be the one that just explodes up into these areas up here, 4,500. So if we start breaking, we're already green here on ProTrade system. We're green and flat. So is the histogram here nice and flat? It's not entirely, is it? It's pointing down. But if we can get it flatter by Monday, Tuesday next week, then that fires off. Then I'm first position, second position, third position, add to the winning trade. And if it, you know, stops me out, that's fine. I know my maximum risk on the trade. But if this thing wants to take off, then it's going to be multiple thousands of pounds profit in the trade. And that's how swing trading should be. If you're getting out of trades far too early, then you're overlooking at trades, and really you're trading off fear. You want to let those profits run. And I'm not saying every single trade goes on a big move. It doesn't. I think it's going to go on a big move, but it doesn't always go on a big move. I would love it to. But I pick my battles, and when it comes to swing trading, you know, you could day trade around these swing trades. You know, if you were trade on the right side of the daily time frame, with gold here and it started exploding higher, you'd only want to be doing green buy signals on a 5-minute chart intraday, guys, wouldn't you? All right. So I hope it helps. And, these trades come around, once every couple of weeks, really. There's always a market. There's stocks as well where you can go for big moves, commodities. Recent one's been wheat, a commodity wheat, the wheat market. That's been really good. And soybeans has been really good. I think gold and silver are going to set up. But of course, this is purely education. There is no indication to buy or sell any of these markets, guys. All right. Anyway, hope it helps. And that's what we do every Monday night at Scan Club.